Hello there, and welcome to Voice of Reality, where we bring you trending news in South Africa and sometimes even outside of South Africa. Please watch this video, and I will be back with the rest of my commentary.
And another thing, it's high time that we as Africans stop with this lie, with this facade, that all Africans are brothers and sisters and we love each other and it's, Gazlam, one love, whatever. No, because that's not the reality, guys, especially when it comes to this whole thing of xenophobia in South Africa. Suddenly, the rest of Africa is talking like, guys, we're supposed to be one, this and that. Have you guys seen what's happening in the rest of Africa? I can't even say the things that they're doing or post any pictures or videos, but I implore you, go and see what's happening in Libya. Libya is in Africa, right? Go and see how they're treating dark-skinned Africans there. We're talking levels like slavery and so forth. Do you guys think I can move to Sudan or to Egypt or whatever and open my own spaza shop there amongst the locals and just start selling my stuff and play music and everyone will, support me and let me do what I want to do? No, of course not. Have you guys seen what Rwandan rebel troops have done in the Congo, in the eastern side of Congo? Is that brotherly love? Is that the brotherly love that you guys are talking about? Mali was fighting for its life, trying to expel the French and everything else. What did the rest of West Africa do? Nigeria, whatever, Guinea, Ghana. They were ready to go to war with Mali and the rest of the guys that have expelled the French from that side. So there's no such a thing as African brotherly love. Everyone is just out there trying to, get their own. Now, the only reason why people can do it in South Africa and actually march and also toy and speak out is because South Africa, unlike a lot of these other African countries, has systems, with your human rights laws, this and that, and the constitution is quite stable there. So everyone, has the chance to, speak and say their piece and everything else. In fact, if I'm being truly honest with you, the only people I really feel for are actually the kids, the kids who are in between, who basically have maybe one South African parent and one foreign parent and so forth, because they might, see some type of confusion and so forth. But even with that being said, it's up to the parents to educate the children on what's happening, For example, I myself, I was born in South Africa, but both my parents are from the DRC Congo. I was called a Kwere as well, many times from an early age, but I didn't take it personal, and I still don't, because I understand. I'm a critical thinker, and this is how it's supposed to be. And the best part about actually being born in one country but having your heritage from another country is the perspective that you get. I don't see things from a subjective point of view, but rather from an objective point of view, so there are no emotions attached. I just see things for what they truly are, clear cut as day, and logic is the order of the day. So I implore the rest of you guys who are, half Zimbabwean, half South African, or your parents were born there and you were born somewhere else or whatever. First of all, there's no such a thing as South Nigerian and things like that, guys. It's okay to recognize both cultures if your parents come from both places, but always remember that you are also unique in your own special way. If one of your parents is from South Africa and the other one is not, then you have your eyes open to both cultures, and you should embrace that. Never try to be something that you're not 100%, because you'll never be truly accepted. And in doing that, you might do one of two things. One, be ashamed of yourself, or two, you try to kick down and look down on others. I've seen Zimbabwean people as well, in general, a lot of them who try really hard to be South African, that they end up looking down on other foreigners and calling them Kwere. And that's not how it's supposed to be, guys. Embrace both sides of the culture if you have a chance. Let's just stop with this whole facade that, the rest of Africa is kumbaya and only South Africa is the naughty child. There's no such a thing, guys. Wake up. This is an argument that I've been seeing online. Why aren't black South Africans fighting or marching against, old white imperial masters, or the people who own the economy, as people say, that 10% own 80% of the land and the economy and so forth? Yes, that's a valid question, but I should also say that what they have right now in South Africa is power. Power can march on the streets, power can mobilize, power is loud. So with power, it's easier to kick someone from the corner of the street selling tomato. But what they need now in order to get the economy in their favor and to get the land and so forth, you need authority. There's a difference between power and authority. Authority is quiet. Authority is found in boardrooms, offices, within companies, and documents. Things like land and economy are not physical entities anymore. Maybe 200 years ago, it would be easy to just walk up to a farm and, kick the farmer out and take the land. But now, these things are locked in documents, contracts, registries, in the constitution, and it's quite expensive. There are laws and bylaws regarding these things. This is why they can't just go and take the land and have the economy in their favor. Say we stick with that story. As an immigrant, say you go to a country like that, to a country like South Africa, where the majority, which is obviously the natives, black people, have only 10% or 15% of the land or the economy. And you get there and you start fighting with them for those scraps. And this brings me to my next point. Even if, hypothetically speaking, even if they said, you know what, we only want illegal African foreigners out of the country, and we're not going to tamper with, the Europeans and so forth. How does that help you as an immigrant coming from another country?
A man from DRC Congo who was born and raised in South Africa, but both their parents are from DRC Congo, came into these African must unite, like we are brothers and sisters, and like such things. And he disagreed with that. I think I do second him on that one, because wow, a lot is happening in this world, especially in Africa. He actually gave an example, what do you call it, Liberia, yes, with things that are going on that side, especially with black people. Guys, what is going on with these black people? Because wow, I don't know if it's our nature or what. I cannot explain it, because you will never see white people going through this whole chaotic thing. If there is one, how can I put this? Like, people that are united are white people. I am telling you the truth. Those people know how to unite. And black Africans, I just feel like that's why we are suffering so much. That's why we face so much sufferings. It's because we are divided. We are not united. We are not united. When I see another person from another African country, I feel like, no, man, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing? I feel like we are not the same, but we are the same. If only we can understand this. But anyway, please comment your thoughts down below in the comment section.